Welcome back, New York City-based Israeli journalist Tal Heinrich. We also welcome back our panel with us today, Scott Walker, Jenny Beth Martin. Tal, good to see you. I'd love to get your thoughts on this. If you could weigh in, Palestinians are strongly opposing this move, considering it a violation of international law. What is the reaction in Israel today?
Well, Sean, the Palestinians first, for sure, will tell you that this will harm any prospects for future peace and future negotiations. But then Israelis will tell you there are no negotiations whatsoever. What negotiations, right? The Palestinians have refused in the past any peace plan that does not correspond with 100% of their demands. And the Israelis will also ask you, who should Israel negotiate with? Is it the Palestinian Authority? Is it Hamas? Is it Islamic Jihad? Some Israelis will tell you maybe the Palestinians should make peace among themselves between they want to make peace with their enemies. For these reasons, Sean, there is, I would say, a lot of support among the Israeli right to center right for such a move to go ahead and annex parts of the West Bank, which are in compliance with the Trump administration peace plan, something that's they don't view as very controversial as long as there is a green light from the Trump administration. And I know that you're reading these headlines. I'm reading these headlines as well that say that the Trump administration is undecided, but I can offer you my take on this. You remember that Secretary Pompeo flew to Israel not so long ago. He met with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Four Eyes recently in the middle of a pandemic. Why would a Secretary of State fly to Israel, Sean? It could be to discuss things that cannot be discussed over the phone, right, when people are listening. So I think it might be something related to Iran, but probably they also discussed the West Bank. I would not be surprised if the Secretary told Benjamin Netanyahu something like, you go ahead with the plan, you have the green light from us, you can decide to do what you want, just don't be surprised that when the time comes, you'll see headlines of undecided.
Tal, no matter what, though, would you need Mahmoud Abbas on board with any of these plans?
I guess you're asking me if Israel is afraid of the repercussions. It's a good question. I mean, Israel can go ahead and declare sovereignty over parts of the West Bank without a consent, of course, of anyone, to honestly. But what will be the ramifications of such a move? It is no secret that the ties with the Palestinian Authority are really strained at the moment, and certain coordination efforts have been suspended. The Palestinian Authority is also boycotting the Trump administration. And in terms of potential reaction, I would say from Gaza, well, it's a big question. You and I know that things in the region could flare up very, very easily, but I don't think that Hamas would want to deteriorate things into a full-scale war, especially at a time when Israel is allowing in money from Qatar, which is also something that's been coordinated behind the scenes with the Trump administration. And in terms of, a bigger response from the Arab world, then I think what the Trump peace plan has exposed, John, is that there is no united approach in the Arab world. Nowadays, it hasn't been the case 10 years ago about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. So this plan has exposed the cracks in the Arab world on Israel.
Governor Walker, I wanted to get your thoughts. How important is it right now with